A pretty big party is about to go down behind me. This is US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, home to Super Bowl LII, a week-long interactive extravaganza. The game itself is played on the largest stage, but so is something less obvious: wireless capacity. We'll talk about how the tower industry is preparing the Twin Cities wireless infrastructure for its biggest test, next. Okay, picture this. 1 million people are going to descend upon the Twin Cities to take in the hype of Super Bowl week. Macro sites like this rooftop won't cut it for handling the massive data demands that will put the system to the test. Follow me. This is Crystal Court in the landmark IDS Center in downtown Minneapolis. This very spot will serve as the center of all the action, as ESPN's Super Bowl coverage will originate from right here. Live broadcast and tons of people clamoring to get a view of their favorite personality and sharing everything on social media. This is NICOLLET Mall, also in downtown Minneapolis. This will be the site of an epic 10-day fan festival called Super Bowl LII, presented by Verizon. It's a free event with live concerts, food, fun, and tons of people wanting to share their experience on social media. This is the Minneapolis Convention Center, and here thousands more will gather at the Super Bowl experience for autographs from NFL greats, youth football clinics, and even a close-up look at the Lombardi Trophy. Our next stop brings us to the world-famous Mall of America, 12 miles from downtown Minneapolis. And the Mall of America is also slated to host a bunch of events during Super Bowl week. And you guessed it, tons of people and tons of data demands. That brings us back to US Bank Stadium. More than 70,000 people will be in the stands on game day, plus 5,000 media from around the world. With everything I've shown you, can you say potential wireless overload? Everyone congregating in the Twin Cities is going to expect their calls, tweets, and posts to go through without any hitch. And they will, thanks to the tireless efforts of NATE member companies installing small cell technology on streetlights and other structures near the stadium. Remember that rooftop macro site I showed you? Well, it's the small cell installations like this that will actually do most of the heavy lifting for keeping up with demand during Super Bowl week. When you think about it, it's kind of mind-blowing. There will be over 1,300 wireless access points in and around US Bank Stadium. They'll be on roofs, they'll be on light poles, under seats and handrails. They'll literally be anywhere and everywhere. Here's a little perspective. In last year's Super Bowl, over 35,000 fans were on the wireless network throughout the game. At peak, there were exactly 27,191 concurrent users on the network. You see where I'm going with this? It's a huge data drain. If you've ever watched a halftime show, you can see thousands of flashes around the stadium as people are snapping pics and shooting video. Then, they want to send or post those pics and video. To do so, the wireless network has to support all those devices online all at the same time. Because when the world is watching, buffering is not an option. Thanks to the tireless efforts of tower crews behind the scenes, no matter where you go in the Twin Cities during Super Bowl week, your pics, videos, posts, and tweets will go through. Sure, there's a long line of Super Bowl heroes due to their performances on the field, but as long as we're on the subject of heroes, you're looking at them. These are just some of the folks who are helping to ensure that Super Bowl LII will be one to remember. Thanks for all you do, my friends.